Hello and welcome back to 100 Coding Challenges in C Sharp. This is episode 26 and it's called Leap Year. In this challenge, we're going to ask the user for a year, then display whether that year is a leap year. For this challenge, we want to be using the modulo operation. So if you don't know what that is, then make sure to watch the whole video so you can learn and understand what it is and what it does. A little bit of background about this question is that we want to be using the Georgian calendar instead of the Julian calendar. Basically, the difference is that the Julian calendar simply accepts all years divisible by 4 as leap years without exception, whereas the Georgian calendar takes into account that over a period of 4 centuries, the accumulated error of adding a leap year every 4 years actually amounts to about 3 extra days. So what that basically means is that the Georgian calendar actually omits 3 leap days every 400 years. So to make this a little bit simpler, I've added in a little bit of a pseudocode that you can use to try and solve this challenge. So if the year is not divisible by 4, then it is not a leap year. Else if the year is not divisible by 100, then it is a leap year. Else if the year is not divisible by 400, it's not a leap year. Else it is a leap year. So if you'd like to give this challenge a go yourself, then hit the pause button now and we'll get started. So to start off with, we'll ask the user to enter in a year. And then we will store that year into an integer variable called year. And what we'll also do is do a convert dot to int 32 on the console.read line. Then what we want to have is an if statement to say if the year mod 4 equals 0, then it could potentially be a leap year. Mod is a shorter name for modulus, and what it basically does is gives you a remainder on the division that you're trying to do. So let's say, for example, year was 8. It would see how many 4s go into 8 and see if there's anything left over. So because 4 goes into 8 twice and then there's no left over, what you actually end up with is 0. So if year was 8, then the 8 mod 4 would be 0. However, if year was 10, for example, it would be year mod 4, which is, it will have 2 4s in there, but 2 will be left over. So this would actually be 2. So that's a good way of determining whether something is divisible by a number. So what we're going to do here is just set up our else statement. And in here, we know that if it's not divisible by 4, then it definitely is not a leap year. So then in here, we want to say if year mod 100 equals 0, then what we want to do is check if year mod 400 equals 0, then it is a leap year. Otherwise, it is not a leap year. And if it's not divisible by 100, then it means it's just divisible by 4 and that's it. Then it is going to be a leap year. Because remember, we only want to check this extra bit of information if it's divisible by 100, because every 400 years we want to omit 1 leap year for each of the next century. So here we can say is a leap year, sorry. Cool. Let's now run that and give that a go. I know that 2004 is a leap year, so I'm going to type that in. Tells me it is a leap year. Let's do 2005. That's not a leap year. And to give an example of what we were talking about earlier with every 400 years we want to omit one leap year from each century. This happened between 1600 and 2000. So, for example, here if we say sorry, my bad. Just need to run the program again. So in the year 1600, it was a leap year. However, the year 1700 is not a leap year. The year 1800 was not a leap year. The year 1900 was not a leap year, but the year 2000 was. And there you go. That's all of our different scenarios covered. I hope you found this one fun. The main thing about this one was this modulus operation and being able to understand how that works and what it does. If you still have any questions, then feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them. Obviously, we're also practicing using if statements, so we should be getting better at that as well. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you're enjoying the series and want to see more videos like this, I'm posting videos every week. And very shortly I should have other type of content also coming to the channel, or programming related. So if you like my style of walkthrough and explaining stuff, then make sure to check them out also. I'll catch you guys in the next one.